This is Keanu Reeves, and welcome to Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a new, intense multiplayer racing game where you can compete. This is Keanu Reeves, and welcome to Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a new, intense multiplayer racing game where you can compete against real players to win real money. Set in the towering crime-filled metropolis of Hub City. Here, champions put their life on the line for glory, power, and riches in the ultimate death race, known as the Rush Lane. How does it work? Simple. Pay a small stake to jump into the next race. All the stakes go into the prize pool, so the more players, the more money there is to win. Once enough players join, the race is on. Races last just a couple of minutes and are fully automated. Rush Lane is driven by our unique physics-based randomness engine. Starting positions, track segments, and traps are all randomly generated, and we've tested over 10,000 races to ensure no player has any advantage over another. Cheer on your racer as they scream down the winding city streets and through mysterious alternate worlds filled with dangerous traps and pitfalls. The first player to cross the finish line wins the biggest share of the prize pool. But don't worry, the top few finishes are also in the mix to win. The exact number of winners will change depending on how many players were in the race. The more players, the more winners. Rush Lane is live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can jump into the action anytime you want. Good luck out there, racers. Only on Rivalry.com.
Welcome back, everybody. We are ready to get it going live and direct from Katowice, Poland. We are looking at semifinals right in front of us. Navi v G2, the first one on the docket here, and again, a rematch from the major. For Navi, they've done a lot in the recent times. We're talking Grand Slams, we're talking Major this, and now they get to face up against G2 in a semifinal. A matchup that could have the same feel as a grand final itself. Of course, Maniac and Kassad are here to talk it over with you guys.
This is the most exciting matchup in Counter-Strike in recent history.
Yeah.
That's what this is. If you've been watching Counter-Strike, we were back on LAN.
This is Keanu Reeves, and welcome to Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a new intense multiplayer racing game where you can compete against real players to win real money. Set in the towering crime-filled metropolis of Hub City. Here, champions put their life on the line for glory, power, and riches in the ultimate death race, known as the Rush Lane. How does it work? Simple. Pay a small stake to jump into the next race. All the stakes go into the prize pool, so the more players, the more money there is to win. Once enough players join, the race is on. Races last just a couple of minutes and are fully automated. Rush Lane is driven by our unique physics-based randomness engine. Starting positions, track segments, and traps are all randomly generated, and we've tested over 10,000 races to ensure no player has any advantage over another. Cheer on your racer as they scream down the winding city streets and through mysterious alternate worlds filled with dangerous traps and pitfalls. The first player to cross the finish line wins the biggest share of the prize pool. But don't worry, the top few finishes are also in the mix to win. The exact number of winners will change depending on how many players were in the race. The more players, the more winners. Rush Lane is live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can jump into the action anytime you want. Good luck out there, racers. Only on Rivalry.com. This is Keanu Reeves, and welcome to Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a new intense multiplayer racing game where you can compete against real players to win real money. Set in the towering crime-filled metropolis of Hub City. Here, champions put their life on...
Petite question, non, trois petites
questions.
Yeah, oui.
Il est incroyable.
Oui. Okay, Jax, I actually want to talk about your child, your kid, your baby. Of course, I'm talking about Ilya, I'm talking about Monesi. Yesterday, he managed to show an amazing performance on the big stage. Do you feel like it gave him the needed confidence boost?
Of course, yes. When you play like that for your first arena against a good team and against front of this crowd, and you deliver this performance, for sure, it's a boost performance for the next step.
Well, right now he's only 16, but at the age of 14, he actually got invited to FPL, and there were some people that were kind of skeptical and like were not happy with it. Do you think that with yesterday's performance, he kind of managed to silence all of the haters?
Yes, for sure. But you all know the community of CS. One day you are good, everyone is behind you. One day you are bad, and it's the opposite. So you just need to feel the moment present and to play his Counter-Strike.
Well, today you're going to play against Navi, and in one of the announcement interviews, Ilya said that he is coming for Sasha. Does he feel excited to actually play against the best player in the world?
Actually, he don't really say something about that, but I think inside of him, yeah, he really wants to prove to Navi he can beat them and can be really strong opponent to Sasha.
Okay, then good luck and merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
Well, honestly,
3, 2, 1.
Really making history. Absolutely phenomenal.
And Ace is the champion of the Intel Extreme Masters World Finals.
Storm's still not quite done. MC is going to take this fight, though. 3 seconds left.
Last 2 rounds of action's got to start it well for ESC.
And this is a massive move for Zest, but he's not content with just a Nexus kill. He wants to win.
And it's all done. And Charlotte's winning. Unbelievable Rogue with a 4-0 victory over Classic. And they did it again in the grand finals. It's Navi! Give it up for your Intel Extreme Masters World Champion!
In order to reach the
Ganda
final,
yun. Hello everybody and welcome back sa official Filipino broadcast ng Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2022. Ako nga pala si Sneaky Frog, kasama ko si Steez. Bago nga pala sa lahat, pasalamatan muna natin ang Rivalry, rivalry.com/focusfire or use the code BET22. Magbet na kayo sa ating IEM Katowice 2022 games, especially semifinals na, and the stakes cannot be higher. And yeah, if you guys, don't wanna bet dito sa ating mga games, and if you want to have more of an interactive experience dito sa ating website sa Rivalry, make sure to check out ang kanilang game mode na Rush Lane. Rush Lane is a racing sim made by the Rivalry devs. The more people to join, the more prizes that will be given away. Pero pag nanalo ka nga ng first place dito sa Rush Lane, you will be winning big prizes. So make sure to check out Rush Lane din doon sa rivalry.com/focusfire. 24/7 online support available then just in case na meron kayong problema. So once again, thank you to Rivalry and thank you to everyone who's joining dito sa ating stream despite yung the kind of rough times we are experiencing right now within the world. But what's a little bit of Counter-Strike kasama ang mga iyong tropa and ang mga mga casters that you like to see from time and time again. And speaking of Counter-Strike, this game alone, no? This game alone, Steez, pang Grand Finals na ang vibe dito sa best of 3 na to.
I mean, tama naman. Lahat ng expectations and pressures coming in, especially coming from both sides of the team, especially also from Navi. I mean, especially not to mention, like, look at this. Navi wearing Ukrainian flag sa camp pa lang pag opening. I mean, nagsasend na sila ng message dito, and you know, it's a huge thing for everyone, especially na Navi is not going to be completely premised by the ongoing events na nangyayari ngayon sa mundo natin, pero as sinabi ni Simple, focus pa rin sila sa CSGO and try nila yung best nila para manalo. So let's see, guys, what we have in store for G2 and Navi. So far,
nice to be
so
back
far,
in
so
nice
good
match.
pa naman din.
Really
Navi on fire and GT on fire.
Many great memories has been
What do you think
here,
about
and
today's
it's just
match?
always a pleasure
Tingin mo ba?
to play in
Bago
this
ako magsalita.
arena.
To be honest, the vibes na nakuha ko nga dito sa ating game is yun nga, Grand Finals-esque. The pressure is huge, especially knowing na we've already seen this matchup sa Grand Finals ka ng Major. However, ang G2 naman ngayon, meron na silang mas madaming weapons with Alexi B and si Monisi na nakapasok na sa ditong roster. Pero yeah, direct, may pang bet pa tayo dito sa ating game? Or hindi na? I am feeling, ikaw, ano yung feeling mo, Steez? Since we want to extend yung unlucky streak natin, let's have you pick it.
Extend natin yung unlucky streak. Sige, let's go G2. Ay, gusto mo, no? Extend natin unlucky streak natin. Tara, Navi.
Sige, Navi map 1. Parang gumugusto itong si Steez. Gusto niya talaga that we are gonna get the L dito sa ating first map. Pero speaking of the first map, we're gonna go straight into Inferno, and both teams are goddamn amazing dito sa ating map. I mean, Inferno, last time na nakita natin sa Inferno, itong Navi was up against itong Gambit way back when. So, experience a little bit lackluster. Pero knowing Navi, possibly one of the teams that can just outskill itong G2. Pero we're talking about G2 Inferno here, so hindi mo pa di-underestimate.
We're
gonna take a small look dito sa ating events ground. That's so cool. Seeing that again.
I mean,
This type of event.
wait, online ba sila? Oh my goodness.
Counter-Strike tayo.
Grabe. Medyo nakikilit yung yung katon ko. Parang, alam niyo yung nostalgic vibes na ang tagal natin hindi nakikita ng ganun.
I think the last time
for me at least.
BG. I'm not sure kung BGL or last fall final. The huge crowd, everyone loves it.
So I mean, it's got the vibes naman, as you said, Sneaky, and I mean it's a huge game naman din eh. Navi versus G2. Nako po. Sobrang laking laro to. Pero sa tingin mo ba, Sneaky, kaya ba ng G2 ang Navi ngayon? Sa akin naman din, for sure, 100%. I mean, nasa kanila yung resources, yung firepower, lahat ng kailangan nila nandyan. Pero in terms of map picks, nagdedepende talaga sa synergy. And in terms of team synergy, halos magkaparehas lang din sila sa Navi and sa G2. Pero may choke percentage. Yeah, pero may choke percentage rin ng G2, and both for Navi as well. So it all depends on who steps up first.
Yeah, and you can see the teams going onto the stage in just a while. Pero I think meron ka nga point na sinabi mo. They have that choke factor going on. Nakita natin kay Nico from the Major, unfortunately, one shot away from saving his team.
Right then, Katowice. Who's ready for day 2?
That again, not gonna lie. Kasi
do you know what?
But speaking of Nico, he's been playing like ang dami nga nagsasabi, even other players, he's been playing like he's the best player
in this building at the Intel Extreme Masters here in Katowice.
There's a lot
like I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, alam na natin si Nico sobrang, I think by far best rifler siya, all-around player. Saka in terms of decision-making, positioning,
after 1,000 days. And you know what? For a host of reasons,
the way he plays and makes
emotional.
rounds
We
winnable,
found our way back into it
grabbing impact yan.
slowly.
But also at the same time, let's not forget
go
our
ham.
new young blood,
Are we
si
ready?
Monzi. It's been said, especially by a lot of news outlets, na Monzi has properly debuted himself sa esports scene, sa community, sa CS community ngayon, with a huge debut sa career niya. So, siya yung isang player na to look out for in the next coming decade.
This silver heart of a trophy, to engrave your name in history, to be one of the winners of this fine, massive esports tournament. And that's what we're about to see. 2 semifinals, a place in a best of 5 grand final tomorrow is what is up for grabs. Now, our first semi-final, I can taste the excitement. I know you're ready for it. Should we get the teams out?
Really hard kung kaya yung G2, especially
I said,
knowing
should we
G2,
get the teams
just
out?
the name G2, you can associate yung pangalan yun
the first team to come out of these doors. We know they're the best team in the world. We know in their ranks we have possibly the greatest player to ever play this game. Understandably, the question is, how will they manage playing today?
We just gotta watch this a bit.
Spodek, everyone here, please welcome to the stage right now. It's Navi!
Okay,
Just listen to that, listen to the cheers. Simple says they want to be the greatest team of all time. Today is another step on that path. But it takes 2 teams to make a great semi-final. So, taking them on here today in a few minutes' time is a team where yesterday we saw one of the greatest players ever on this stage. And I'm not even talking about Nico. I'm talking about a 16-year-old who stood up to the biggest stage and showed what he has. Will he do it again today? Will they take on this team? Let's find out. Please welcome to the stage, it's G2! They are a lineup built to win trophies. They want this trophy. And wherever you're watching this right now, I can tell you can taste the excitement in here. Let's have a show of noise of who we think is going through to the grand final. Who is winning this matchup? Is it G2? Is it Navi? Man, that was close. One more time. Is it G2? Is it Navi? Man, this is gonna be good. Let's have silence in the Spodek. Let's raise the roof. Are you ready? Let's get it on, baby.
Damn. There it is.
Grabe. I feel spine. My shivers the spines.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it
There
actually
you got
happening?
it. Teams on the stage. The Spodek is ready to rumble. We've got the scene.
Yeah, and as you guys see, ito na nga yung intro, and you're gonna see the teams. Actually, an important note dito sa side ng G2. They're gonna have Amanek as their coach. Kasi unfortunately, si Xtaz nagka-COVID. It'd be like that. It'd be like that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, sobrang safe naman na yan yung choice nila, especially since ngayon nasa big stage nila on the podium. So, best case scenario si Amanek lang.
Yeah, they have 2 IGLs, no? 2 IGLs on the stage. So meron silang Alexi B and meron Amanek dito. So definitely,
Sir.
two things gonna happen here, no? Either magka-clash yung ideas ni Alexi V at ni Amanek dito, or I feel like yung gagawin lang ni Amanek dito is try to provide additional information para lang sa kanyang IGL, like what he's doing wrong, anong pwede maging call dito, ano yung na-observe niya from the other team. But I think it's gonna be a bigger task, no, para kay Alexi B, kasi nga wala si Extaz, wala yung usual coach, there's no coach to IGL synergy happening dito sa G2. So it's gonna be a bit of a hard time para sa side nila. Pero sa Navi, kumpleto sila lahat. And no COVID scare, I think, from what I've known. I'm not sure kung si Blade. I'm not sure kung si Blade kasi I did see some articles regarding sa Navi and COVID. But it seems like kumpleto sila dito. And as you do see, andun nga si Amanek nasa likod. Oh, never mind. Blade is on the stage. So kompleto yung Navi dito. They are poised to win. Kagaya nga na sinabi ng tropang host natin, they are vying to be the greatest team of all time. And grabe naman, if you get a Grand Slam as well, no? That's like one of the achievements if you want to be named as, the GOATs talaga ng Counter-Strike, is to get that Grand Slam, kasi you won't get the respect ng mga ibang players, especially yung mga players who actually won so much, kung wala kang achievement. So I think Simple and the boys are gonna try to vie for this trophy. And ilang teams na yun nagka-Grand Slam for the past few years? There's Team Liquid, there's SK, there's Astralis, tapos may Fnatic. So that's pretty big crowd to be part of kung kayo yung Navi dito historically.
Well, so lang sinabi mo, it's gonna be a very interesting game, especially like, I mean, okay, so chip in lang ako sa point mo kanina na you have Alexi B and Amanek at the same time. I mean, both IGLs, but at the same time, priority pa rin yung mga calls ni Alexi B at that given point. And I feel like yung role na lang ni Amanek magiging yung mental reset person, and also to completely just make unorthodox calls mid match. So it's gonna be very interesting to see that. And nako po, ngayon ko lang na-realize na Monzi used to be Navi Academy, now playing against G2, kumbaga against sa mga kuyas niya. He's playing against Navi, the team, in the semifinals. So pressure will be on for Monzi. Tsaka, I mean, sobrang nag-pop off siya in the earlier series, pero ang tanong kung kaya nga ngayon.
Yeah, definitely the biggest question nga, no, para sa side ng G2. Kaya ba ni Monisi itong si Simple? I think in terms of speed, no, just pure raw speed, kayang-kaya ni Monisi itong si Simple. Pero knowing itong si Simple, no, he is probably gonna find a way na ma-counter ang ibang mga players dito sa side ng G2. Not just itong si Monisi, he's gonna try to divide and conquer himself around dito sa ating map. So definitely gonna be a thing that they need to think about. Pero G2, man, I think para naman sa map picks natin. If you guys are wondering kung ano yung map picks, G2 picked Inferno, Mirage picked by Navi, and Dust 2 as the last map. So in terms of map picks, di ako sure kung mayroong gentleman's agreement ba between the coaches, kasi this is both good for both sides. Kung ito yung scenario na naisip mo, kung kayo yung coach, is basically the best scenario you can get kung kayo yung G2 dito. Especially dito na tayo sa semis, no, where you have to eliminate yung mga best maps ng Navi dito, kagaya ng Nuke at Overpass. I think it's a really good decision galing sa side ng G2. Pero Navi as well, no, covering their own bases, covering their own weaknesses, removing itong Vertigo, removing itong Ancient, the maps where I would say they get cheesed the most. So ngayon, it's basically just, the first 6 maps ng Counter-Strike, and it seems like 3 out of the 6 first maps ang makikita natin dito, which is Inferno, Mirage, at Dust 2. Definitely
the OGs.
Be an interesting one. The OGs, yeah.
OGs,
and
yes.
First map natin, Inferno. What's your take dito? Kasi nga, nakita na natin yung mag-Inferno ang Navi, nakita na natin mag-Inferno yung G2. Who do you think has the more cohesive na Inferno dito between sa dalawang teams? I know it's a really hard question.
It's a super hard. sa state ng gameplay and playstyles ng lahat ng players, I think para sa akin G2 has a better mas magandang laro ng G2 kaysa sa Navi on terms of Inferno. From my perspective rin kasi, simple. He's a great player overall. A lot of the maps, great decision making. I mean, dubbed the best player sa buong mundo natin, diba? Pero at the same time, I know for a fact na Inferno is not his best map. Yan ang alam ko. If I can recall correctly, watching his streams and watching other FPL streams, he always avoids playing Inferno. So, in terms of that scenario, it just depends on completely kung kayang mag-impact pa rin si Simple. I mean, he'll still do crazy things na yung hindi mo akalain ng kayang gawin. Crazy plays, positioning, decision making, all this. Pero it also depends on sa firepower ng G2 if they can keep it up. And also the sets, their utilities and rotations as well. Kung kaya nila i-cancel out yung ginagawa ng Navi. Kasi Navi has a very hybrid approach sa playstyle nila, whether aggressive o kung sobrang bago nila at nag-default contact plays. So makita natin dito sa laro na yon, and if yung shot calls sa Navi ay tama, edi baka madurog nga ang G2.
Yep. And it seems like Navi Nation is out dito sa Pilipinas kasi nga we are now peaking at 560 viewers. And definitely I was right from sinasabi ko nga dati. Navi, or rather Philippines, is a Navi country. They love their Navi games. They really love Simple. So hopefully, he does get a good showing dito sa ating game kasi nga a lot of eyes are watching him. Pero I don't think this man is a stranger on many eyes on him, on stage especially. Pero let's talk about Monacy, man. I mean, itong si Monacy, no, sinabi na nga natin, 16-year-old phenom, kahit nasa stage, hindi siya kinakabahan. And it seems like he's performing well para dito sa G2. And he has not been in the team for too long, actually. So, napakalaking surprise that he is actually performing that well.
Yeah, I mean, nabibigyan nga ako. I mean, you're playing against yung mga titans ng CS, and first debut niya to sa CS community, like in the CS esports team. This is his first big tournament. And umabot na siya sa semifinals, and also now playing against Navi. He used to be Navi Academy, guys. Kung hindi nyo alam or hindi nyo kilala si Monzi. And 16 years old pa lang siya. So ngayon, kalaro niya yung main Navi team with the G2. So let's see how it goes. Going into the pistol round, Navi on CP, G2 sa terrorist side.
And Monacy is gonna try to go to see if he can get a clinic against Navi dito, speaking of Academy. Pero yun na nga, P250 para dito kay Monacy. Magkupoke siya sa mid. Electronic kind of felt bad for that wall. He had to back off. Pero slow take lang tayo dito sa B. But at the same time, G2, nagko-control din sila dito sa second mid, knowing na hilig na mag-lurk ang ibang mga players dito, especially from the side of Navi. Perfecto can't be crawling anytime soon dito sa second mid, so they just have to make sure na all bases are covered. Mid seems to be controlled. Nakita ng isa. Is that the crowd buff? Umiikot si Hunter.
I know
sabi
po.
ng ama. Ay. Hunter heard the cheers, man. 100%. Pero yun na nga, Smoke is gonna come in dito sa A side. Monacy with a crouch headshot dito kay Electronic. And papasok na nga ang Navi dito sa A side bit. Mamamolotov dito sa pit. And say goodbye to your head, my friend, as G2 take over itong A side natin. It seems like Navi, napakadaming nades galing dito kay Boomich, but what can you do, man? Masyadong magaling ang pistols dito ng G2.
Yeah, I mean, sobrang unfortunate naman yung kay Simple. I mean, nakita niya na si Hunter and na-crowd buff si Hunter doon. Alam nyo na pag nasalan kayo, tapos pag maraming sumisigaw, lahat ng players tumitingin na sa likod kasi alam mo na yan, baka may magna-knife doon, tapos delikado po tayo doon. But anyways, coming into the game, I mean, the first round medyo unfortunate naman din on side of Navi kasi napitas sila pa isa-isa, and also at the same time, Monzi, entry from mid, taking out the headshot with a crouch peek sa arch side, and that was very unfortunate. Pero wag tayo po mag-alala kasi pistol run pa lang yun, and G2 going strong sa terror side nila.
And especially kung kayo yung G2, no, you really want to start things off dito sa first map with the momentum going to your side, especially knowing na T side sila, no? But what a shot galing kay Hunter. And Monacy as well, man. Wala pa. Imagine 0-0 nakatayo sila sa stage kanina lang. So you have to think, right? Okay, medyo wonky pa. Maybe we will not hit our shots dito sa ating first round. Monacy is just like, no. I'm gonna one-tap this guy dito sa arches and they will not do anything about it. Pero back to the game. B-side.
May infinite si Boomich.
Sus right now.
May infinite si Boomich, so he knows na, oh, Nico? Huh?
Timing.
Game sense on par naman dun tayo. Grabe naman yun. Pero nice pop flash towards Banana and looks like control nila yung Banana pero magbabackout pa rin sila dito kasi I mean, andyan yung bomba pero in terms of utility usage, hindi pa sila nag-output ng utility dito. So, waiting on a coffin flash din siguro yata pero more passive pa rin sila dito.
Big nade? Nah, not really.
Not really.
Small nade. Si Jax lang yun natamaan doon pero papasok na nga ng B-side ang Gamers 2 pero not much resistance galing sa side ng Navi. I think mag-sustain na lang sila dito sa A-side. I thought na mag-retake mode sila dito no, considering na meron silang mga barrels. Nova para dito kay Simple pero yeah, I think mag-back off na lang sila dito. Maybe they will try to go for a third round cheese, no? Knowing na may shotgun dito sa Simple, probably bibigay na lang dito kay Boomich and may naiwan na smoke doon sa base. Rip. Minus 300 para sa Navi, but still. G2, 2-0 start, and Nico out here wanting to win dito sa ating series, man.
I mean, kalaban yung Navi, so that's your best bet naman. I mean, you need as much rounds as you can in T-side, especially sa Inferno. Kasi this is a very CT-sided map and you need to be able to control a lot of map. I mean, kailangan mo i-control lahat ng parts ng map dito, apps and especially Banana control dito. And looks like G2 is doing a very good job naman. So, tingnan natin kung kaya nila to in terms of the buy round because we're going to be seeing the buy round in the next round yata siguro. Depende naman sa part ng Navi if they're gonna buy. Kasi nag-buy sila last round eh, diba?
Baka mag-force buy. I think mag-force buy dito si Boomich. But I'm not so sure. Mac 10 could be available para sa kanyang part. So, they really have to be careful about it. And it seems like naka-AK-47 na dito si Monacy. And I just realized 117 viewers, man. Everyone's watching. Wow. Game. That's definitely exciting, but seems like a B-side take na nga ang nangyayari dito. Pero Hunter a bit sneaky sa may apartments na area natin. Simple is gonna spot him out pero mag-back off na lang si Simple. I would really prefer if ma-hold pa ni Simple yung angle na yun with the Nova as that can get one shot to the head instantly pero ayaw niya i-risk. Hunter being the king of apartments as of the moment. Dami pa namang oras ang Navi dito.
Yeah, I mean, wala silang choice. Either play for their own proper economy or kailangan nila maghanap ng strategy dito. Especially with the time running out, halos inuubos lang yung oras dito. So, delicate times. Pero early round pa naman din. Mas maganda na rin kung kaya nila isave yung economy at the same time. Even if CT-sided ang Navi.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like gusto nila pumasok dito sa site. Be a bit careful though. Could be a waterfall. Waterfall could happen and waterfall is now coming. Yun lang, Jax. And the rest of G2 makakapasok na sila dito sa A site and that's tough. That's tough kung kayo yung Navi but still man, look at your guns. Ano gagawin mo kung ganyan yung barrel mo? You have a Nova, ikaw si Electronic, you probably had a pistol pero si Bit probably had like a Mac 10 or something. So, SMGs don't really do well kung hindi maayos yung crossfire ni DSA, especially pag nag-waterfall kayo, no? Like, what can you do kung SMGs lang ang baril niyo? Plus, nakita mo naman si Simple, he can just shoot 1 or 2 bullets every second with a Nova, so not much damage.
The Nova buff. Yeah, but I mean, also, kaya naman sana na hanap ng exit frags ng tulad ng ginawa ni Boomich, but also at the same time, wasted opportunity in terms of Navi. So, nakita natin from the buy round, let's see if kaya naman ni Simple mag-pull out ng extravagant impact here para naman bumawi sila ng mga rounds, diba?
And 3-0. With a great start to the Inferno map. And it seems like Navi, medyo may broke sila dito sa ating round. MP9. Nang push dito, Simple does not have any utility though. So medyo burning yung Alexi B says hi to Boomich. Gamit ang boost dito sa half wall. And Navi not looking too fresh dito sa ating first 4 rounds. As Boomich using an M4. Pili ko dapat nag-MP9 na lang si Boomich dito eh. If ever mag-ganon lang siya. So jiggle peek para dito sa banana. But instead, it's gonna be perfecto. Na naka-MP9. Problema nga lang, merong libreng smoke ang G2 dito. Pagdaan nila dito sa katawan ni Boomich, they will receive it. Pero hindi yata nila napansin. Perfecto with the MP9. Naka-dig ng dalawa dito. But he will not get anyone. Jax and Nico nabuhay pa nga. Simple and the boys magsisave na lang dito sa A side. 4-0 para sa G2. But still, I would say na if Boomich had the MP9 dito sa may banana na area, he would have gotten away really, really quickly. Meron siyang better lateral movement. And para naman kay Perfecto, he would have gotten 2 dito sa side.
Yeah, pero at the same time, sobrang sobrang out of the blue yung boost na yun coming from Alexi B. And good call kasi I mean, it's a play naman for individual frag. So sayang naman din yung round na yun, pero kailangan na rin talaga i-save ng Navi doon. I mean, next round halos broken bind na sila. Wala na silang barrel except for 3 players and those are the A-side players. So kailangan mag-allocate ng pera para magkaroon ng utilities and maybe an SMG for the B-side players. And nga pala, shoutout po kay Sean San Pedro. Kumusta tayo, Lodi?
Alright, 4-0. And Navi, a little bit of a struggle right now para sa side nila. And iniisip nila, are we gonna go for the force? Are we gonna go for the buy? And it seems like they have enough. They have enough.
They bought and my option is simple. So, yikes po tayo dyan.
Kaso may opt na rin si Bonisi. So, it's gonna be a bit of a spicy one dito sa may mid area. But, Simple will decide not to go for the aggressive peek instead. Nakita na siya dito ng isa sa mid, Alexi B. It's gonna be the first threat, pero si Hunter, napakabilis siya nakapasok dito sa arches. Hunter, you need to turn around, my friend. Bit, say hi, and that's gonna be Hunter getting control dito sa may arch. Pero meron pang isang player dito, which is si Perfecto. Electronic is gonna try to get Hunter na medyo stuck dito sa may arches na area. Low HP na rin siya. Flash
pero
play,
magandang control smoke to, pero delikado pag pinasukan to. So alam nilang it's just not gonna be Perfecto.
Yeah, pero Perfecto with a really, really nice flank. Baka matiming na ang Navi dito. Pero Monesi with a way better flank defense dito. 4G to Simple with a really nice shot kay Alexi B. Nag-exchange siya yung mga offers dito, Jax. Wanting to go out dito sa may bala. Pero si Boomich galing sa likod. Malang nag-check. Jax is gonna try to do something but it's not gonna happen. Nico na nag-lurk kanina. Naandito na sa A-site. I did say that he is playing like he's the best in the world as of the moment. Pero si Nico, you're gonna have to go God mode para sa 1v2 clutch na to. Simple. Napakagandang angle. Nico, nakita yata ng isa dito pero baka madidistract. Galing dito kay Simple na nasa side. Nakita na. Yun lang nakita na yung... He saw the body but not the head, man.
Mali yung frame niya doon. I mean, na-distract siya. He was very pressured. Daming variables na pwedeng mangyari sa kanya and pwedeng mahold ng angle. Pero well played naman in terms of Navi. I mean, you can see the control ng ginawa ng G2. Complete control between brackets and short all the way to site and pushed Navi practically into a little corner. Pero ayun pa rin po, Navi coming back and Simple with an op. Hindi mo talaga kayang itik yan.
Yeah, pero going to see some really nice shots as well dito sa beginning ng round. And I actually like that galing kay Bonisi, no? To punish yung deep smoke dito sa mid. To go for the push. Pero Nico! Grabe naman yun. It's like he knows exactly kung nasaan ang pwesto dito ni Boomich. This man was reading up. This man nanonood to na VODs kahapon and he's like, okay, if magdi-deep smoke sila dito sa banana, Boomich is probably gonna play an angle dito sa lock. It seems like the guess is right every time para sa kanya.
Pero, very interesting control here over Banana, but hindi pa rin. Wait, the retake. They went to do mollies to control Banana kasi hindi naman kinuha and walang info. So, ayun po, may sound queue naman. I mean, yeah, they have utility, pero na-sound queue na. I mean, Perfecto knows, alam na ni mga B players na nag-retake sila ng Banana, the rotation players coming in. Simple is gonna be pushing towards CT, pero at the same time, alam nila nag-set ng smokes and, Alexi B! Ano yun?
Jesus! Alexi B with the finish rifle. Okay. To the face. Pero si Simple na andito. Trying to go for the wall bang, pero kung ako si Simple, alis na lang ako dito. The op is too valuable to lose kung kayo yung Navi as of the moment. Medyo stuck siya dito sa my cons. Wall bang. Almost.
I mean, kaya naman to i-retake eh, but is it a good idea?
Yeah. Kaya. Is it impossible? Hindi. Is it improbable? Oo. So you have to think that, no, kung kayo yung Navi. Dito though, 5-1. Definitely their map.
Yeah,
definitely their map. Jax is showing up. Hunter is showing up. Monacy is there.
Alexi
and
B.
nandito na rin si Nico. Alexi B as well. Grabe. G2. This is like peak form G2 right now.
Yeah, ito yung momentum ng G2 na gusto natin makita. And kailangan nilang ituloy-tuloy to hanggang at least to a significant amount of points ahead. And my gosh, tingnan natin yung player desk, si Monzi, ang bata niya tingnan with the 4 players na katabi niya. Grabe talaga.
I mean, he was born in 2005, which is crazy to say the least. He was born 7 years after me and 9 years after you.
I'm just saying, pag nagkaanak ako, gusto ko ituloy sa same path ni Monzi. Just saying.
Papaaral ko sa Navi Academy.
Yes.
Ang aking anak.
Same.
Anong school? Pick up the op, man. What are you saying?
Anong school ba yan? Punta ka, no?
Calculus.
Punta ka ng Navi Academy.
Mag-lineups ka muna. Puro ka calculus eh.
Aaral ka ba? Wag. Mag-lineups ka muna, 2 hours. Tas DM.
Tas DM,
isang oras.
That's how you create the perfect CS talent habang bata pa lang. Pero, yun na nga, first time out. Probably galing sa Navi, pero okay, back to the game agad. Short 20-second time out lang siguro. I think si Blade, he just needs to say sa kanyang team, yo, we're kind of trolling right now, not gonna lie. Kasi ilang beses na tayo na-catch out ni Alexi B, ilang beses tayo na-catch out ni Monacy and yung mga ibang players dito. So, it's just another wake-up call para dito sa Navi if ever.
Yeah, and also, honestly, yung CT control yung control ng Navi on terms of map control is very weak. Wala silang nakukuha na real estate dito. Halos binigay na yung apps, binigay yung Banana, and sobrang naka-push back sila just for retakes for B-site practically. And, I mean, hawak nila A-site, but kaya pa rin ipitas si mga players sa A-site kahit paano. I mean, they're playing aggressive, but to what cost?
Yeah, I think mararamdaman mo talaga yung struggle right now ng Navi, especially kasi nga, this is not the usual Navi, no? Pag nandito sila sa Inferno, mas aggressive sila pagdating sa map control. Pero ngayon, feeling ko kasi nire-respect nila yung skill ng G2, especially sa mapa na to. Pero Alexi B, going for the swing, walang tao dun sa gilid, my friend. So,
sabay pre-fire.
Tamang check lang.
Pero at the same time, like, tingnan mo yung fluidity ni Simple dito. I mean, palagi siyang nagpa-push back, palagi nasa-smoke out, and the firepower from G2 halos nagli-lean na towards A-site, and baka ulitin yung ginawa nila. I mean, complete brackets control dito, to smoked off library, and it's gonna be a complete A-wrap, and wala, Bit? Tatlo? No?
Grabe naman yun, Bit. Nakakuha ng dalawa dito, and Alexi B down to 4 HP, 5 seconds left. Getting the plant, napakaganda ng position dito ni Jax. If hindi siya maspata ni Simple dito, then that could be huge. That's one. Oh, yun lang. Simple with an instant reaction. Alexi B with the op dito sa site is not too bad. Gamit ang baril na yan, pero you're talking about Perfecto and si Simple yung nag-retake dito, and Alexi B playing it very, very slow. Hunter, meron siyang smoke dito. Alam nila na merong isang tao sa pit, pero meron ding one way dito sa pit. Simple spamming. Nade is gonna go down, I think. G2 is just gonna milk the time. Hunter. Oh, ano pa kasi simple dito. Yun lang, nawalan pa ng oras. Sila Lexi B is gonna run for his life. Did not make it, probably. Pero, still, a really good round. Galing dito sa side ng G2. 5 seconds left to plant, but grabe yung control nila dito sa may brackets especially. Simple did not have a way na ma-defend itong A side.
Yep. Ang ginagawa nila dito, Sneaky, is mina-micro out nila yung mga players, especially mga impact players nila. So they basically macro out the players, force them off into more passive angles. Tsaka sa mga angles na hindi nila pwede i-push basically, and mga untradeable angles. So a very smart play, but oh wait, Simple run boost sa mid. Tas nakahanap si Nico. Uh-oh. That's a little bit rough, pero Simple.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
indeed. No. Jax, nakuha na si Simple. Bit, nakuha si Jax. But still, if you're G2 here, even if it's GV4, no, you still take those.
You still take those, and
Simple's
sobrang winnable pa to for G2, especially with the control that they have. I mean, Navi doesn't have banana control, and kaya pa na i-push dito ang A site. I mean, look, it's 2-2. Na -1 sila, and they can completely leak CT at this point. Kaso, Hunter, who lurk smoke into balcony here. Sobrang delikadong smoke to, pero
Electronic has to be careful here, man.
No.
Oh, pero the timing, man. Di niya alam si Electronic na andito pala sa bulk. Monacy is still alive, though. So, if he can get isang pick dito sa pit, then that could be huge. Uy, naka-line up na si Tropa. He's gonna try to get yung side player muna dito before he does get one dito sa pit. Alexi B tumatakbo. And is gonna try to get some attention, especially dito sa Arches, no? Pag meron siyang makakuha ng attention dito sa Arches, then that could be huge. But it is not looking likely. Great smoke para maharangan yung pit player dito. Pero Electronic with the spam. Monacy trying to go for the quick scope. Pero nakita na lang ang paanibit doon. 2-6. Navi with some great delay dito sa A-side.
Yeah, very smart plays naman. Great utility usage and great crossfire naman din from Navi. Pero wow, G2. Anong momentum po yun? Grabe talaga yung positioning ni G2 ngayon, no? And also firepower. Sneaky, in terms of firepower, sino talaga dito yung gumagawa ng space? I mean, for me, I think Alexi B and Nico, just pag sila yung napitas sa early round, I think G2 will crumble.
Could be a possibility na magka-crumble si G2 dito. But so far, para sa side nila, it seems like stable naman ang kanilang shape. Wala namang huge mistakes, no, especially galing dito sa side ng G2. It's just that nagkaka-timing ng maayos yung mga ibang Navi players dito. I think kung hindi nakabantay sa Electronic dito sa path, this would have been a very, very different story. But yeah, all G2 has to do is to adjust at this point kung ano gusto nilang gawin dito. I like na yung default, di naman nila default to, pero I like na nag-focus sila dito sa second mid para maiwasan nila ang yung push dito. Or at least try to go for the punish, especially yung smoke na ginagawa ng G2 dito sa mid, which is open dito sa right side and can get a free pick sa second mid if they're not careful.
And going into the 9th round naman tayo. Questionable buy. I mean, 2 max ends, pero naka-jump na ka. Naka-trade pa rin. Nahanap si Bit. Ay, hindi pala trade, pero nahanap si Bit. That's a 3v5 situation.
Oh, perfecto. Getting si Alexi B dito. These Mac 10s and AKs are now doing in work para dito sa side ng G2, but they're gonna have to cross a bit faster kasi si Simple naka-AWP. Smoke's gonna go down and no way you peek that. Kung ikaw si Monacy dito, Monacy with an AK-47 is gonna try to peek around the corner. Nakakuha ng isa, pero si Rubich with a really quick trade dito kay Monacy. Hunter and si Nico. Let's see the two Kovacs versus itong si Boomich and si Simple. Let's see what he can do. Good pop flash galing kay Hunter. Pero mamamoli out siya dito. Pero Nico with a better reposition dito sa site. Simple is gonna try to go for something, but the Kovacs, man, you can't underestimate them.
I mean, I have no words. Wala akong masasabi dyan, Ziki, honestly. Like, habang pinapanood ko yung G2 and Navi, just walang mali. Halos walang mali talaga. It's just an aim duel and kung sino talaga mas malakas at this point. You know, like entries from both sides. I mean, entries from G2 is just too good, and they're microing on each isolation of the players. Sobrang grabe talaga.
Ooh,
Ooh,
what a shot!
Die for 17 HP. Halos slow na.
Yeah, 17 HP si Jax dito. However, G2 meron silang banana control. Equal exchange, pero I think gagawin lang ng G2 dito is to try to go for banana control and spread themselves out dito sa ating map. And pag may nahanap sila na pick, then they will go from there. But so far, Navi, passive ang kanilang laruan. Hunter with his favorite spot dito sa may apartment. So walang makakalagpas galing dito sa Navi if ever they try to go for mid.
Yeah, it looks like nag-reset na sila dito. So a lot of firepower naman ang G2 towards B site, and actually matagal na silang hindi nag-execute ng B site, so this might be a good choice, especially sa stack ng Navi ngayon. Halos 2B lang ngayon pero with the delay utility.
Ooh, good delay, pero si Hunter na dito sa A site. The lurk becomes the entry para dito sa G2.
Oh,
but Simple, man, Simple's just there to stop them in their tracks. However, pwede nilang gawin dito, mag-ingay lang sila sa A, and Nico can coordinate with his team, no? Narinig niyang nag-rotate na ang mga members dito ng Navi, so they can go back dito sa site. Pero Simple, ooh! That is not gonna work all the time, my friend. B-site, save na ang hanap dito ng Navi. And G2, another one on the board para sa side nila. Round 11 pa lang, pero around 10 pa lang, pero 8 na ang kanilang lead dito.
Sino nga yung binat natin dito, Sneaky? Navi ba?
We bet on G2, I think.
Oh, we did? Okay, nice.
Opposite. Navi ba?
Ay, Navi
Alright,
ba?
Kasalanan talaga ni Steez.
Ay, yun lang po. Sige, bet tayo ulit Navi next game para
Bet tayo G2
matalo.
next game. Ay, yeah.
Hindi, pero, I mean, yeah, just tingnan mo yung rotation ng G2. Sobrang coordinated, sobrang galing, and, I mean, Hunter's lurk, iba talaga. And, ano nangyayari kay Simple? Ano nangyayari kay Simple?
I think it's a close miss kasi nakita ko dun lang sa
sa blurred line scope pa lang, no?
Yeah. Pero it was a close one. Very, very close to the body yung shot na yun, so
yeah, well,
very, very
back
nice.
to the game. 11th round naman po tayo. Economy-wise, Navi, hindi po tayo masyadong komfortable because Simple bumalik sa Nova. Bakit sa Nova? Why
maybe
Nova?
there's something about the Nova, man. There is something about yung weapon na yan. Could be powerful, could be not. Depende naman sa gumagamit. Pero Alexi B is gonna try to go straight towards the B site.
Oh!
Uy, nag-boost ka pa, Lodi. It is the Boomich punish. Once again, dito sa G2. Boomich cannot play this game. Para sa side ng Navi, it's been a hard time para sa kanya, pero Perfecto is gonna get mollied out. Merong crossfire dito sa B site. Bit na may CZ75, pero okay. Kalma ulit. I like na hindi nag-push dito si Hunter, no? Sa A site, considering na alam niya mag-crossfire yung mga ibang players dito. Perfecto with the M4 in the corner. Hindi niya makukuha si Nico. Bit try to go around, pero Simple somehow, some way nakuha na si Hunter. And now he has an AK-47.
I mean, it's a very smart play. Gusto ko yung vibes ng vibes. Gusto ko yung momentum ng G2 ngayon kasi halos kalmado sila. Alam nilang hindi sila pwede mag-throw ng mga rounds because if they give Navi yung momentum na kailangan nila, wala na. Halos ito-throw na lahat ng G2 ng mga rounds nila. So it's gonna be super, super important na kailangan nila iayos yung laro nila.
Pero yun na. Every time na magbabanana dito ang G2, lagi nilang napapunish ang push ni Boomich. And it seems like they have him under control. And Boomich, di siya pwede mag-tilt dito, man. You're the rock of the team. You're the IGL. Kung ikaw na tilt, that's gonna be bad news para sa mga ibang players dito. But still, let's give a second to appreciate the stage, man. That's a good looking
nice
stage. That's a really good looking stage.
Oh my gosh, all these people, look at that.
All these people, all these Navi fans. I would say this is like, I wouldn't say on par with yung